Hello. So I've tried to make an intro for this video about 5 times now, and I keep fucking up, so I'm just gonna go with this one. I don't really care. I look like shit. I point that out in every fucking video, but like legit, like today I do look like shit. Oh my god, that rhymed. I took a shower today though for the first time, and today was the 4th day. Gotta love depression and, you know, anxiety. My separation anxiety's been hella bad. I've got food on my shirt because I'm a fat bitch. I've been crying a little bit, so my makeup is not put together. But I wanted to share something on this channel that I don't think I've talked about, which kind of blows my fucking mind because it's been something that's been like really like a big part of my life. Kind of like last December, October to December, it was like a huge part of my life. So I didn't make a video about it initially because, you know, legal stuff. I didn't want anyone to come across anything and use it against me, but now I don't give a fuck. So I don't even know how to say this. So exactly a month from today, I have a court date. I'm not looking forward to it. I got served the paperwork on April 5th. That's cool. So, wow, I'm so excited to go back to court for the 3rd fucking time. No, I'm not like some sort of fucking criminal. Basically, I'm gonna give y'all the lowdown of what the fuck this is all about. So, about a little over a year ago, you know, I was working at Publix, minding my own fucking business. It is March 30th, I think. Somewhere around, like, you know, I think there's 30 days in March, right? If there's not, then I sound like a fucking idiot. I don't care either way. There's 31 days in March. Okay, so it was March 31st. It was one of my friend's birthdays that I worked with. Her name, I'm gonna just say Jay, because that's her nickname. I'm not gonna say her full name. So it was Jay's birthday, and there was this old lady sitting, like, waiting for Jay to come into work. And she's holding, like balloons and, like, flowers, and she has, like, this gift bag with her, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, that's so nice. Like, I went up to her, and I'm like, ma'am, can I help you? Like, and she's like, oh, I'm just waiting for Jay to get here. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, that's so sweet. So Jay came into work, got her presents from the lady. I'm not gonna say the lady's name because, you know, legal purposes. And then the lady was like, oh, are you friends with Jay? I'm like, and then Jay was like, yeah, like, she's one of my best friends. And then she's like, oh my god, like, can I give you a hug? Like, I love hugs. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, this sweet old lady wants to give me a fucking hug. Like, that's so nice. And then, like, Easter was, like a week or two after, and this lady comes in and buys me and Jay, like, these big-ass Easter balloons, because at Publix, we sell balloons for, like, every fucking occasion. Which, whatever. But, so I was like, oh, like, thank you, like, that's so nice. Like, I just thought it was a sweet old lady. You know, she had some, like, troubles, like, in her past that I could relate to. Like, she has anxiety, she has agoraphobia, she has depression, and other things, but, like, those were the things we could relate on. So we found, like, a kind of a common ground. Because, like, there was one time she was, like, standing at my register, you know, I'm being nice to her because I thought she was just a nice, sweet old lady. And she's like, oh, I'll be right back, like, it's time to take my meds. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And she's very open about her, like, her life. She told me what medication she took, and I'm like, oh, and it's the Klonopin. And I'm like, oh, I take that. And she's like, well, do you have anxiety problem? Like, so, like, why do you take it? And I was just like, yeah, you know, like, I have some anxiety issues. And she saw, like, my self-harm and stuff, and, like, so she and I found a common ground on mental illness and, you know, childhood, like, not abuse. I don't want to say abuse, but like, because hers was more abuse. Mine was not abuse, but being like molested at a young age and stuff like that. Things that I've never opened up about on this channel. But so she would talk to me a lot about her life, and I would just listen very intently, you know, like nothing's going on. But it became a bit excessive. She asked all like the female cashiers for like our addresses and our phone numbers because she wanted to send us cards for our birthdays. That's specifically what she fucking told me. And I'm like, okay, like, sure. Like, I didn't think anything of it because everyone else was doing it. And that's one of those, if all your friends are gonna jump off a bridge, would you jump with them? I mean, yes, I'd be the first fucking one to jump. But anyways, so, but I noticed that she had a fixation with me, specifically. She would stand at my register for literally hours. Like, I don't know how the fuck she got away with it. Like, people in customer service were like, hey, like, you can't really be doing, like, you're getting in the way of her, like, job, like, her working. Like, can you please just go shop? And what was really alarming to me, so her husband passed away a couple years ago. And this is one of the days when she stood at my register for probably about 2 hours, I want to say. Just standing there right next to me as I'm trying to fucking scan shit. And she's just talking to the customers for me. Like, I'm not even having to do anything. Like, what the fuck? And she told me, she's like, oh, and you will not believe this. My best friend of 27 years thinks that I killed my husband. And the cops were involved and blah, blah. And I'm like, yo. Red flag. I noticed that she was very emotional. She definitely had, like, issues. She's in her, like, 60s. I don't remember exactly how old she is now. I try to repress it. But it gets better. Apparently, she would always know when I worked. And a lady in pharmacy told me that she actually saw this old lady in the break room, in our break room where it says authorized personnel only on the fucking door, looking at the schedule alone. I would be on break and this lady would come in the break room and sit down with me and tell me her fucking problems and shit. And I'm like, I was sitting here by myself enjoying my lunch and now I'm stuck with you. Like, there was one time I was waiting for Jay to get off work because I was going to take Jay home. So I'm sitting there, I'm eating this bag of, like, Cheeto Puffs. It was, like, a variety bag. It was, like, I don't know. So I'm sitting there eating it, and this old lady walks in, and she sits down and she starts fucking eating my Cheeto Puffs with me and, like, just venting about her life. And I'm like, hello? She's been escorted out of the break. There was one day, a kid that was my friend in customer service came in the break room and he's like, I'm sorry, ma'am, you're not allowed in here. This is for employees only. Like, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. And she's like, oh, really? Like, I'm Ashley's friend. Like, we're just talking. And he's like, I'm sorry. You know, she's on break. You know, you're not allowed to be in here. And she's like, okay, just give me a couple more minutes. And he's like, okay, but you need to leave. And so he walked away. Like, 5 minutes passed. She's not fucking budging. So our store manager comes in. Store motherfucking manager comes in and he's like, yo, you need to leave. You can't be in here. And so she starts crying. She left the break room and I'm like, thank you. So I get off of break and I come out of the break room and she runs up to me and she's bawling her eyes out. She's like, there was this guy in front of me in line and he just, like, ran over me with his cart and he didn't even say sorry and I'm bleeding. And it was, like, literally, like, a little tiny, like, cut. Like, it wasn't even bad. And she's freaking the fuck out. And I'm like, I'm sorry, do you want me to get you a Band-Aid? Do you want me to get, like, the manager? Like, I don't know what you want me to do. And she's hugging me, bawling her eyes out, making a big fucking scene in front of everyone. And I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck do I do? I got my manager, and she's like, he probably doesn't even care about me. Like, oh my god, like, everyone hates me. And I'm like, no, like, that's not true. Like, please relax, girl. She starts sending me cards and letters in the mail. I once got 3 cards in a week, and they were just like, thinking of you. I love you. She started calling herself Grammy. She called me her granddaughter because none of her actual children and grandchildren want anything to do with her. I was naive. I was very naive. I would get off work and she'd like pull around and I'd be walking to my mom's car to like go home. Like it'd be 10:30 at night. I just wanted to go home. And she's like, "Oh, I've been waiting for you to get off work." I'm sorry, what? What? And then they got more excessive. There was one day I didn't show up to work and I called out for some reason, and she was telling everyone, like, Ashley's supposed to be here. Like, where is she? And everyone's just like, she's not here. Like, relax. And then there was one day, she came through my line, and she's like, "Oh, I'm buying us snacks for when you come over tonight. Like, you're going to come over tonight? Like, you want to come over tonight? Like, we're going to have, like, blah, 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 blah." And I'm just like, what the fuck? She knew when I got off. She's like, "I'm going to come back by, and we can go for a ride in my car, and then, blah, blah, blah." So I told my store manager, I'm like, "Yo, she knows when I'm coming, like, when she's coming when I get off work. She knows when I get off work. Like, can I leave early? Like, I don't feel safe." And so he's like, "Yeah, okay." Like, he let me leave early. She came when I was supposed to get off work. She literally was accusing people of hiding me. She's like, Ashley's not gone. And she was forcing my friend Jay to spam call me, like, FaceTime. Like, it was bad. I had to leave work in undercover. Like, I was in this big baggy ass sweatshirt. Like, I was terrified. I went to my manager several times. I went to my assistant manager, and I'm just like, "Yo, she gonna fucking kill me. This bitch gonna kill me." I was scared. So then there was one night, I'm trying to remember now. It's been like this all happened like last summer. So like around last August or September, I don't remember. I think it was August 3rd, I want to say, of last year. I'm sorry this video is really long, but this is a really long fucking story. My manager like calls me over. It's like 10 o'clock. Like our store closes at 10. I want to go home. Actually, it's like past 10. And he's like, "Ashley, can you come here?" And I'm like, "Okay." And he's standing there with the lady, and he's just like, she's like, "He told me that you asked to go home early that one day." And I'm like, "Why the fuck are you telling her how, like, my personal, you can't do that. Like, as me being your employee, you cannot tell customers how I feel about them. Like, that's not okay." And he told her, like, I was scared of her, and she's like, "What? Like, you hate me too." And, like, boom. Suddenly, I was, like, her worst enemy, and I was really fucking scared. Like, I'm not kidding. There was, like, a couple weeks later, like, she'd come through my line just to berate me and, like, get nasty with me and, like, "I can't believe you, like, why would you betray me like that?" And, like, there's, like, just evil in her fucking eyes, and I would get fucking scared. So customer service started to hide me. They would fucking hide me in the break room, in the office, in the back. Like, I was not safe. Whenever she went in the store, I had to be hidden. Management was in on this, like, everyone. It was like mission hide Ashley from the crazy fucking bitch that's in the store. So then right after Hurricane Irma hit, I was trying to get out of work one day. Like, I closed a lot, and she knew this. So she comes and she's waiting in the parking lot because she knew I was there. Because, like, they hid me in the office, but then she knows my mom's car, so she's waiting out there, just, sitting in her car. My mom sees her and is like, "You need to leave my daughter alone." She's like, "Who's your daughter?" She met my mom before. When we were going shopping for fucking Hurricane Irma snacks, she met my mom. Like, she knows my mom. She saw my mom get out of the car. Like, she knows who the fuck she is. And my mom's just like, "You need to leave my daughter alone or I'm going to call the cops on you." So like, she played, like, dumb. She's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, so I was escorted to my fucking car by my friends. It was terrifying. And then the next day, she came through my line screaming at me. Like, your mom is crazy. Your mom's a psycho. You're not getting a birthday card from me. Because my birthday is October 13th. And this was, like, September, like, 17th? I don't know. It was, like, it was after Irma. Irma was, what, September 11th? September 10th? So, it was like, a week after Irma-ish. I have all the dates in all my files somewhere, but I don't have it on me currently, so whatever. And she, like, goes off of me. She's like, you're not getting your birthday card. Like, I already had it picked out and everything, but you're not getting it now because you're crazy mom. And I'm like, okay. Like, I'm not giving her a reaction, so she just keeps going. And she was just like, she just keeps talking shit about my mom. So eventually I'm like, can you please not talk about my mother like that? Thank you. I walked away from my register. I was like my one friend Hannah, fuck, I just name dropped, whatever. She walked over and she took over for me. I told my one friend, I was like, his name's Caleb, and I'm like, Caleb, break room now. I go in the break room and I'm pissed. Like, I am mad. I called my parents. I told them what happened. They called the cops, but the lady had already left. So I go to the courthouse the next day and I file for an injunction for a restraining order, or what even is it? It's for stalking. Injunction for protection against stalking. Okay, cool. Like, legit, this bitch would ask, like, beg me to go home with her at, like, 10 o'clock at night. Like, what the fuck are we gonna do at 10 o'clock at night? Like, you're, like, 65 years old. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do with you? Eat quiche? She like, wanted me to eat her quiche for some reason. I'm not eating your poison quiche, okay? Anyways, sorry, this video is so fucking long. I came in the next day, and I went to my manager, and I'm like, listen, I went to the courthouse today. I got the paperwork. Because I'm just like, I have a problem with this customer, as you know. And he was trying to, like, blame me. And so I'm like, well, if you're not going to do anything about it, and I whip out, like, this paperwork, I'm like, I'm going to do something. I'm going to file a restraining order if you don't fucking do something. Because I'm tired. I'm tired of this. Like, I'm scared to come to work. Like, and then that's when he got all nice to me. But he still wasn't taking my side, so that was really fucking irritating. So, October, I think it was the 15th. Or was it the 17th? We're gonna go with the 15th. October 15th. What a fateful day. I was in the back doing a CBT, like a computer like video, and I had just finished it. And I start to like, I'm like, oh, I don't want to go back to work. It's like 9:15 at night. So, you know, like, we only have 45 minutes left and I get to go home. I start to walk out of the back room, like, out of the back, like, office thing, and, like, there's, like, the whole back room and then doors, whatever. So, and I look at my phone, and I had a Snapchat from this girl, Nicole, that works there. And she's like, the ladies here do not leave the break room. I mean, not the break room, the back room. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So, I just sit there. My customer service manager comes back. He's like, did you get the message? Don't leave. Like, we got it taken care of. And I'm like, okay. And then my one friend Joel comes back and he sits with me. I'm like name dropping everyone, whatever. Like, no one's gonna see this fucking video. And then Nicole runs back. She's like, oh my god, the cops are here. And I'm like, what? And she's like, oh my god, they're like escorting her out. So we run over to like where the produce area is, and we're like hiding behind like the big like bar things. And I'm watching the cops talk to this lady and take her away. And I'm like, holy shit, like what the fuck just happened? It was like one of the greatest moments of my life, though, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm having a panic attack alone now in the back room. Like, I'm hyperventilating, and then I hear, Ashley, to the office, please. And I'm like, oh fuck no, oh fuck no. I'm crying, I'm freaking out. I'm like, what if she's in the office with these cops? I'm not facing her. So then my assistant manager comes back there, who, I love him so much. He's like, hey, like, are you okay? Like, Like, he just wants to see, like, not, my customer service manager wanted to see me in, like, the office, or he just wanted to, like, tell me everything's okay, and, like, she's gone, and I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm so scared, and, like, he walked me to the office. He was so sweet. I love him. And he basically told me that she's trespassed from the premises for good. She's not allowed at all in the plaza whatsoever because Publix owns the plaza, and that she'd be arrested if she ever stepped grounds on it again. And I'm like, oh my god, like, this is the best news I've ever fucking heard. Like, I was so happy when I left work. There was, like, 4 or 5 fucking cop cars out there. My mom's freaking out. Whatever. So then, the next day, or 2 days later, she tried going into the Pinch-A-Penny in the plaza, and the cops were called, and she was escorted from the premises and told not to come back. So then I was like, this is perfect. I can just file for a restraining order for, like, extra safety. So I filed for my injunction, I believe on, like, October 18th. And my first hearing was November 3rd. And we had to reschedule it because the lady's attorney was like, oh my god, I just got the case, which was a lie, but it's fine. Because they let me have witnesses. So then I came back in December 6th or 7th. I forget which day. I went back for my injunction. It was hell. It was 3.5 hours long. I couldn't go to work that day. They were pissed at me. Whatever. But, like, literally, they were mad at me because I was, like, a no-call, no-show, although I wasn't. I was in fucking court testifying. And I asked the cop if I could call my work. I'm like, I'm supposed to be at work in, like, 10 minutes. Can I, like, call them? And they were like, no, but we can have someone else call for you. And, like one of my friends called for me, but apparently that wasn't good enough, because once I got out of court and I went home and I ate, I called my work, and I'm like, hey, like, I just got out of court. And they're like, well, it's too late. You're like, you don't have to worry about coming in. Like, you're already replaced, whatever. Like, none of that matters. But, like, fuck Publix. But I testified in court by myself for 3.5 hours. It was so fucking exhausting. But I won the case. That's what matters. I won the case. It was really funny because, like, her attorney was trying to fucking knock me down. I was getting pissed too, and the judge was probably, like, he could tell I was getting really fucking mad because I'm just like, she would object to everything that I said. Like, things that, like, he even, at one point, I was asking one of my friends, one of my witnesses, a question so they could testify for me. And I asked the question, and as my friend opens her fucking mouth, the attorney's like, object. And he's like, ma'am, she hasn't even spoken. Like, you can't object to like, you're not even letting her talk. And I'm just like, thank you. Like, she was asking my friends, like, if we party. Like, she was trying to paint this really bad picture of me. And then, like, a really good picture of this lady. Like, oh, you're a Christian woman who's a breast cancer survivor. And, like, you have all these mental issues and blah, blah, blah. And, like, feel bad for her. And I'm just like, how is this relevant? Like, it's not relevant at all. I really thought I wasn't going to win the case, but I won the case. So, yay. On Christmas, she messaged one of my friends, and she's like, have a nice Christmas with Ashley, like, you traitor, meh, meh, meh. I'm like, yo, technically, she's not supposed to contact me through a third party like that. I mean, that's technically not contacting me through a third party, but whatever, I just let it slide. So, like, there's this whole thing, like, she's not allowed within, like, a certain amount of feet from me, my workplace where I live, even, like, my vehicle, if I had a vehicle, you know, so, like, it's all, like, fucking been set in stone since December. So, as you know, I quit Publix back in January. Well, on May 5th, I got served these papers. I got woken up. I'm laying here in bed sad as fuck because my boyfriend just left for Orlando, separation anxiety, and my dad comes in, he's like, yo, the cops are here because of that lady. And I'm like, what? I'm sorry, what? And the guy was just like, yeah, she wants to have the restraining order kind of revoked. She wants to be able to shop at the certain health and food store in that plaza. And, like, she can't because of your injunction. Because apparently it's 500 feet within my workplace. But it says right here, here's the thing that I don't get. It is the respondent's belief that the petitioner is no longer an employee of Publix located at said address. How does she know that I don't work at Publix anymore? Without a third party, you know? I talked to some people. Apparently she called literally the day after I quit. asking if she could shop there again. She's been harassing customer service asking if she can shop there again. And she had someone come in and ask if I worked there still, and the cops were called. Needless to say, I don't fucking feel safe. I feel like she's still stalking me, even though she fucking, like, can't. I'm scared. So, I have to go back to court on May 11th. But the funny thing is, out of all of this, is my house is a little over 500 feet from the Publix. Like, I live literally right behind the Publix, but it's like, what was it, like 2,000 feet? I did the math or whatever. It's like 2,000 feet as opposed to 500 feet, but I still live behind the Publix, so like that's a little too fucking close. But regardless of my injunction, she's fucking trespassed from the property that has nothing to do with me. That has to do with Publix as a corporation. So I'm going to court for no fucking reason. And I'm really, like, annoyed because I don't want to go back to court. I don't want to see this lady ever again. Like, ever again. I hate her. Like, I don't hate people. Like you can fuck me over and I probably won't hate you. I mean, it depends. Like, I have only a couple people that I actually hate, and for very good reason. And she's made the fucking list. I am really fucking mad. Like, here it goes. Respondent is a breast cancer survivor and prior to said injunction had shopped at said health food store for approximately 10 years. Said store provides her with necessary supplements utilized in her recovery regimen. First of all, my mom has been a survivor of breast cancer for 11 years now. And there's a lot of fucking health and food stores that you can fucking go to. There's like a lot of fucking shit that you don't have to go to that one. And you can't go there anyways. Even if you fucking try to get this revoked, which you're not going to because I'm not gonna fucking let you. Yeah, getting the injunction revoked by any means is not going to do anything. So, I don't know why I made this video. This has been my life for the past year. I've been stalked by a fucking crazy ass, and I hate using the word crazy, but like she has issues. Like when I went to IOP, I talked to my therapist, and she's like, you need to have her Baker acted, because she was making suicidal threats if she got trespassed from the store. And she said like she had a plan to kill herself and all this stuff. And I'm like, she's harmful to herself. And clearly she might be harmful to others. Like, we don't know what she's capable of. She's not in the right mindset, you know? But she is scary. She scares me. Like, I just looked at her name on my paper and, like, I want to cry. But yeah, I'm sure no one watched this video, but that's fine. I don't even know if it'll let me fucking upload this video. Probably not. But that's it. I have a stalker. And she won't fucking leave me alone still, even though I have a fucking restraining order against her. So that's cool. Yeah. So how's your guys' lives? Also, I have to be up for work in like 5 hours. Fuck. They asked me to come into work early tomorrow. And, like, that's a whole other fucking story, because I'm gonna have to go to, like, HR and shit, because, like, fuck my job. It is what it is, though, you know? Fuck, I just dropped jelly beans all over the place. Oh, my God. Nothing's going my way. Anyways, yeah. So, until next time. I don't know how to, like, end this video, but hopefully I'll make a video, like, before I go to court. Maybe I'll make, like, a video, like, after I go to court and be like, oh, I fucking lost. Like, she's gonna kill me now or some shit. I don't fucking know. I'm actually really terrified to see her, though. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, come on. Like, if you were in... Ow. That hurt. Like, if you were in that situation, like, how would you fucking feel, you know? Like, you just think it's some sweet old lady, and then she fucking starts stalking you. She would send me Facebook messages, like, I just don't know what, like, I don't know what I would do without you in my life. Like, I can never lose you. Like, you're everything. Like, fucking, like, crazy shit. Like, you're the most important granddaughter I have. God. Not my grandma. Get some real grandchildren, please.